Hi, this is Alex from phpacademy.org with another video for the New Boston. In this part of the user login registration tutorial, we're going to be looking at registering a user, because obviously what we've done is we've created our database here, and we've created our table, and we've given it this data. So we've got Alex and Billy, we've got two records inside. Now we obviously want to let the user register for themselves. And this is going to be a simple process. We're not going to be talking about including emailing the user to tell them that they're registered. We're just going to be inserting the data through a form. So let's create a new file, and let's save this as register.php. Now the first thing that we want to do is obviously require in the files that we need. So we've got core.inc.php, which is important because what we're first of all doing is we are, oh no, sorry, core, don't think we need to include that. Yeah, we do, because we've got the logged in here. Yeah, okay. So, we've also got, no, that's fine, yeah. So what we need to do is, in register.php, include this. We need to say, if not logged in, we need to register the user. Otherwise, if the user is logged in, so else logged in, you're already registered and logged in. So we're essentially just creating a check. Let's just put an escape character there to get rid of that, to make sure this is processed, this single quotation mark. We need to first of all check if the user's not logged in before we register them. So otherwise we can say register. Okay, so let's go to our browser and test this. We're already logged in as Billy, so let's go to register.php and see what it says. Right, so if not, oh sorry, I've got the parentheses on that there, so let's refresh. Oh no, okay. Oh, I see, we've got else if there. Okay, so a couple of mistakes there on my part. Okay, so let's refresh. You're already registered and logged in. So now what happens if we go back to index.php and we click on the log out button? We've now logged out, so presented back with our login form. Let's go again to register.php and we're given the option to register. So let's escape out of PHP first of all to create our form. We don't want to be echoing our whole registration form because that could get too much data that we need to echo out, and it's going to start to look messy and it's going to slow our page down, particularly if we've got a lot of HTML to output. So I'm just going to end PHP there and start up a tag again there. So our if statement block here to here is still going to work even though we're escaping out and then back into PHP. So let's just demonstrate that by writing register form just as an example. Let's refresh, and you can see that even though we've escaped out of PHP, we can still process HTML here. So it's almost as if you were writing echo. So let's begin to build our form up. So we are creating the outline of our form, then we'll fill in all the properties. So the action, we're going to be going back to register.php, so register.php, and the method is going to be post, because remember we're going to be sending quite a lot of data. We don't want it to come up in the URL bar as get posted information. So let's complete our form, the necessary fields we need to include. So the first one will be username. We can break down now, say input type equals text. In fact, we'll keep this on one line just to keep things simple. And name equals username. Okay, break down a couple of times. Obviously you can use better HTML, make it look a lot better, maybe use some CSS to format the style of everything, but for now I'm just keeping it very simple so we can focus on the PHP side of things. So password, we want to input type equals password, name equals password, and we want to break down once again. Now what we need to do is we're going to duplicate this, and we're going to say password, let's just put our colon in there, password again. Okay, so we want to ask the user to enter a password again, so I'm going to name this field password underscore again. Now what we want to do is we want to ask for their first name and input type equals text, name equals first name. We want to break down a couple more, and we want to ask for their surname, colon there. So you can build the form how you like. You don't need to do it like me and make it look, you know, messy or anything like that. Obviously the last element we need of this form is the input, or the submit button rather, so submit, and we're going to say name, or no, not name, value equals register. Okay, so we've got a registration button there. So let's go and preview our page. Let's refresh the page. Okay, so we've got this basic form separated down. Doesn't look very nice, but we're going to make it do its job. So we are going to require all fields. We've got username, we've got password, password again, first name and surname. Now these are a few things that we need to do in this process. We need to check if the username already exists in the database. That's important because we don't want to register a user with the same username. We need to check the password here against the password that's retyped to make sure it matches, because obviously we can't see the password that we're typing in. So if the user was to accidentally type, say, an extra character on the end, they might not be able to immediately see that, so they might not remember their password or know what their password is. And we've got first name and surname. We click register, this data is transferred and it goes into the database. Okay, so that's what we need to do.